Today then, we're in the glorious Cotswolds. Everybody knows where the Cotswolds are, don't they? And we're between Cirencester and Fairford, in a place known as the Ampneys. The Ampneys, there's three of them: Ampney St Peter, Ampney St Mary and Ampney Crusus. And they've all got a church. The Ampney Crusus church is there, Ampney St Peter's church is there, but Ampney St Mary's church is there. Now once upon a time Ampney St Mary was clustered around its church till the Black Death came along, the COVID of its day, and they immediately hightailed it out to there, set up their town but left their church behind. So let's go see what we can see. Well, here we are then, on the road and running, walking anyway. And this rather nasty A417 is going to feature a bit today, unfortunately. Okay, wander off down here to start with. Looks like an old survivor. I don't think we'll be seeing too many of those today. Into the village. I don't know if this is the village pond or a drainage ditch. I think it's probably both, to be honest. Village info. Very good. Right, we're climbing up into the village and heading for hopefully the church. One church. Sign of the times, quite literally. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get into there, but we can take a look around. Dating back to the 12th and 1300s. Some Saxon origin in there somewhere, by all accounts. And on the fringes, forgotten folk. No more surviving relatives, perhaps. Well, there's a gnarly old monster. Oh gosh. A missing drain. And a bricked up doorway, all part of the history. And that old tree again. Okay, time to move on, I fancy. And looking back the way we've just come. A rather fine old Cotswold dwelling. Right, we're now heading out of the village. Off to Crusus and Mary. Okay, we have a crossroads of sorts. Now, it looks like straight on the map, but not on the ground. It's not that way. I'm trying this way. And there's a path over there. The map suggests straight on, more or less. Looks rather well tended for a public footpath, but there's only one way to find out. It's all very pretty. Evidently run the horses around here, though I don't see any pock marks. No. Straight on and straight on. There is a path of sorts here. We could be on a winner. Soon find out. Bit early to tell yet. Some fine beasts there. I think they must have a telly on in that stable. Ah, right. We've struck gold here then. That's good. Well, it's a bit scrubby now. There's no horses involved. Right. Next. Out into what looks like parkland with the pheasant complaining. Heading for the shaded area in front. And that takes us over an old slab bridge, and signs it was once paved of sorts. Okay. The art of the dry stone waller here, look, coming round the corner. It's easy, give it a shot. A gate into the secret walled garden. Lovely beech trees here on our right. Oh, gorgeous. Back to civilization. Ampney and Mary then. Let's take a look. That way first. Ah, big old barn. Remains of the farm buildings down there. And across the road, a rather fine cottage. Don't know how you see out the middle one. There's no golden mailbox here. Well, that's out of the village in that direction, but we're going the other way anyway, so we'll turn around. In the shade of the spreading chestnut tree. like a TARDIS, this place. Wow. Following on after the dusty lorry. Well, the manor, not very visible. The barn is. Oh, that's rather pleasant. Okay, we're off this way. Red brick? That's an imposter. We need to be getting that combine working this time of year. Looks like they're on the case. An old milk churn stand here. Those were the days. This is a live working farm. Well, that's how to make a grand entrance. Well, there is allegedly a path. Have a quick look. Yeah, not sure about this. Doesn't look very well used. I wonder why. Looking for clues. There's one. There's another. Well, I've had to resort to map reading. It's got that desperate. Well, it's working so far, I think. Ooh. Let's have a look at that. I don't know if you can make that out. It's actually collapsed on the one side. But we made it by walking on the other side. Right, having been round this sharp road bend, walked down the road a little bit, gone off road and picked up this path. Hopefully, we should be coming along there. Ampney Crusus. Okay, continue. Still a gorgeous day. Field of shorn sheep. Oh, far end of the field, and there's a gate of sorts. Is it wide up to the mains, I want to know? Let's find out. Ah, road. We could be in luck here. What I have to do now is risk that. So far so good. Well, there's no hasp or anything on it. I don't quite know how that's secure. Well, I've left it as I found it. Oldie worldy style. Wow. Okay. Well, that way, that way. Map time again. Could be one of them. There's a very sharp bend in the road there, which, if we came out where we were supposed to come out, there isn't. But down here, there is. I reckon we're there. Which means you go right and right. Only one way to find out. Trudge, trudge, trudge. Now, there's a 30-mile-an-hour sign here. That's promising, isn't it? That says village. Good. been good. Yeah. Well, we should be coming down the road facing us. And then one all ends up in the same place. Down here. Oh, last of the 3 Crusus. Don't forget, if you're not enjoying this, don't blame me. John Foster's idea, blame him. I'm doing the best I can. There's newer stuff on that side of the road. Quite nice though. Oh, lovely village. Not on the tourist trail. Kind of the modern section, I suppose. Lovely old chapel here in the middle of the village. What's next then? That's the old school, I would say. There's no more. Yeah. Good, starting to go downhill now. Walking uphill for God knows how long. This is the reward. Western edge of the village then. Now we turn south, left. That's one way of securing the gate. Door. Village Hall. Complete with notices. And a rather reflective map. That's just quite good. Nice hall. Yeah, thank you, Richard. Continuing south then past all the builders' vans and God knows what. Oh, this looks promising. Remains of a cross there, or else it was a preacher's stump. Oh, this is quiet. Down there. Okay, Ampney Crusus Church. Manor house in the rear. Yeah, very pretty. This is Ampney Park on your right, and I think they're a bit secretive, so I doubt we're going to get many glimpses, but we're coming up to what it's all about, which is Ampney Brook. One of the two mills apparently. Well, I'm scented of it. One of Dad's route marches. Something of a gatehouse on the entrance to the church and the estate. Pretty. Right, well, this is announcing itself. Ampney Brook, so called. Well, there's some large ponds up there, but I don't think we have any access. And then on the other side, I wonder where it goes. Quite a large pool up there. Oh, Mill Cottage. The dreaded A417. An eatery. Well, it used to be. What's this whole building? In the ivy. Mill workers' cottages, I would guess. Around the corner, and we should be able to pick up the brook again. I can see a parapet. Someone's made a feature out of an old driven wheel. The belt drive, that one, I would say. Well, Ampney Brook, looking a bit scruffy, you'd have to say. Oh, it's down there somewhere. Wow. Resting amongst the trees down there. Well, there's a footpath opposite this road. On the map. And that looks very likely. Good. Off this road, and we kind of head that way. Don't look very distinct. Well, it doesn't look very well marked, does it? I think I'll stick to the field boundary. That way, more chance of running into the brook anyway. Ooh, that's too good to miss. Yummy. Remarkably sweet. Gorgeous. Some curious fence posts here, look. That's almost railway-esque. No railway ever came along here. There's the bridge under the main road. Here is the brook. Looking very clear, I have to say. Travelling through a beautiful little glade here. The question now is that our path? We must be somewhere about near, I would think. Take a look. It's not getting any better, I have to say. Ah, but there is a bridge. Oh, good. On a very wide area, that no doubt was a ford. Is a ford. Well, you have to say it's peaceful. Looking upstream. Just about make out some marsh marigolds. We're knee deep in them when we were here last time, about 20 years ago. Yeah, quite pretty. A view from the opposite bank. That's upstream. Well, I could stay and film this all afternoon, but I don't think it's going to make a very interesting video, so we'll move on. Up here, which leads us to Ampney St Mary Church. Once the centre of the village, but with the Black Death they all upsticked and disappeared, leaving their poor little church rather forlorn. Job to get the scale of this massive conifer tree, pine tree even. You can just make out the A417 in the distance. A sense of place. Out by the old buddleia bush. Where the original village was, I wouldn't like to say really. That there looking east looks more like a water meadow. Then looking west is the best bet because it's rising ground. Rises up to the road. So most of the village probably up there, I'm guessing. Very simplistic church, grade 1 listed, which they all are today, the ones we've seen today, and all built around about the 1300s. don't know if we can get in. Look at that door. Amazing. It's so-called furniture. Ooh. Gosh, it's air conditioned in here. Wow. Right. Beautiful. Hats off in church. Beautiful font. Usual grave slabs on the floor. The pulpit, of course. There'll be a certain dimension to get through there. And a simple altar. A simple east window. May the Lord keep us all safe then. He's done well so far. Well, I won't outstay my welcome. Set against a cloudless blue sky. Well, that's artistic. The old wooden cross. Well, I reckon that about does it, guys. If you liked the adventure, then come with us on some more by subscribing to the channel. You can click like if you liked it, share it with others. If you didn't like it, blame John Foster.